Good morning, students. Welcome to the SST class. Today I would like to discuss with you about the sources and evidences of human evolution, and to remind you that there are two questions that you need to always answer and remember is that what is evolution? First of all, what is evolution? Second point is what is human evolution? In both the cases, it's a gradual process. It is not sudden change, not a magic. Evolution is not a magic that it happens all of a sudden. It's a process and it takes a long time. But there is a continual growth and the development of human features. And all human life. So we have many things that we have discussed about the human development. You remember we have got the four types of human development, four periods rather, four forms of human development, beginning from the Australopithecus, then comes Homo erectus, Neanderthals, and also Homo sapiens. These are the stages of human development. Besides that, since I said no, it's a gradual process, it's an ongoing process till today. We are on the process of evolution, and therefore today also we are evoluting. We are also our physical forms, our mental formation, our psychological development, everything has been changing. It's an ongoing change. It's an ongoing development rather, and it's a process. And so, how do you know, sir? You might ask me, what is the, sir, you are telling all this, how do we know? We have got the evidences. We have got the sources of information. We have got the proof. Evidences means proof of all this. Number one is the fossils and bones. Fossils and bones. When you might have seen the bones of many animals and birds lying over there. They don't get rotten. But I will tell you what is fossil. What is fossil? Fossils are the remains of the plants and animals buried deep under the ground or trapped between the rocks, and then they get hardened in course of time. And then they don't get rot. They don't get rot. They remain hard like rock. And so they tell us how the human features was there. And so the people, those who study the fossils, you know what is that? What are they called? What are they called? In our live class we have discussed people, those who study fossils. Okay, yeah. So remember, they study, scientists, they study about these bones and fossils. They are known as paleontologists. Paleontology is the science that studies the fossils and bones, and paleontologists are the scientists, those who study fossils. So they give us the evidence. Okay, I'll give you the example. The Saint Francis Xavier, under his name, there are a lot of schools all over the world. In India, mushroom of schools are opening in the name of Saint Xavier's. Do you know who is Saint Xavier? Saint Xavier is one of the great missionaries who spread the message of Jesus in India, especially part of the South India. And his body is buried. No, his body is kept in a box. He thrice his body was buried and then taken out. At the last, they said no, his body should not be buried and it should not get rot. And then it is because it's not going to rot. Today it is the fossil. It has become a fossil. Those who go to Goa, you visit in Home Jesus Church. It's kept in the glass one. So that is the fossil. That is it. And in Egypt, you have heard about the mummification of the dead people. All those things are the examples of fossils. Next one is the cave painting. Cave painting also gives the amount of information about the people living in the ancient time, because they, whatever they did, they painted on the rock, on the wall of the caves. That is the rock. In that rock they painted. So we have got the example like Bhimbetka in Madhya Pradesh. Bhimbetka, the original painting till today that has not faded. So that gives about the people living in the past, how people developed and how we are now. Look at the people of the past and now look at the people today we are. How much we have developed, improved in our physical features, our intellectual knowledge, and also the spiritual part of it. How much we have developed, we cannot just tell in one word. Next one is the tools and utensils. Tools are the implements. Tools are the implements with which they make work. They complete their work. With what implement do you complete your studies? You have got a pen, pencil, eraser, chalk, cutter. All those things are your tools of your studies. They help. So that is the tools. Ancient people, what kind of tools they were making, and all that. In next lesson we will do more about the tools and utensils. Utensils are the vessels used, or the vessels and articles used in the kitchen, cooking purpose. They are known as utensils. Okay, so by looking at them, by studying about this, we have got. So dear children, all these are the archaeological sources of information. That is the source, archaeological source. Because earlier there was no written form. Only one source that we have got is known as archaeological source. Archaeological source. We have got archaeological sources of information about the development of the people, about the human evolution. Okay, see you next.